What is the Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk about humans exploring other dimensions of life. So what I was considering is okay. So we have this automation movement, which is coming in the next 5 to 10 years, pretty strong. It's a machine will basically be able to process all the data better than humans, and most of the humans currently are doing data processing tasks. So humans are going to have to basically they're going to have to explore other dimensions of life, which doesn't have to do with the intellect. And there are other layers of intelligence basically in this world, but our school system is basically mainly focusing on the intellect of learn these or memorize these things, but that is not really needed anymore since we have this powerful technology. So there's going to be a lot of people that is really not going to be needed in, in being productive, basically, because with a job, because you're going to have these machines that basically can be more productive than any human ever. Now, this is going to create a very interesting effect on society, because you're going to have a lot of people that have a lot of freedom. They're going to have more freedom than ever before. And it's almost as if they need a new script for how or what to basically invest all their new energies into. It is about people using their eyes and observing things that they have ignored when they've been having a job. And we know that humans want to have some level of purpose, right? And that it has been a job for a very, very long time. Let's take the family structure, for example. But now we're coming to this point where we have soon 10 billion humans on this planet. And it's like, do we really need more? Or do we need more productivity in jobs? Really? No, we don't need that. So what you see with humans also is you see them they're trying to create these dualities in all kinds of things, to trying to make feel that they have a very, very strong identity about something, and then they create a duality effect towards something else, to be like, okay, this is me and that is not me. You see that a lot happening, and I feel that is sort of happening because people have so much free time over, and they really don't know how to maybe engage with life and be focused in one specific area, or just be fully involved with life. So they sort of get trapped into that duality game of life. And we're probably going to see that way, way more in the future when people are trying to assert themselves. And in this new world with an abundance of humans, it's I don't think, for example, with businesses that they're gonna have to chase ROI anymore, because you're already gonna have these machines that already produce the value, and the cost of raw materials is gonna go down, so you can produce more at a lower cost. And you also have this effect that most people can basically live their life from their home, not having to run around so much, which also would lower the cost of stuff. For example, people driving cars around and all of this. And I mean, what I can say, I haven't explored it super much in depth, but it's something that are going to be more something that people are going to notice more in the future, that humans really have to explore some other dimension of life that robots are going to struggle with, basically. and it has to be something outside of the intellect. Of course, this is extremely hard for us because we've been trained. We've really been trained a lot on success and succeeding and all that. But what happens when all of those things, let's say, gets manifested, right? All of those things that a person wanted gets here, right? What are they then gonna do? That's a really good question. And obviously a lot of us here on graphene blockchains and Steam blockchain and other blockchains, Scorum, Whale shares, we sort of see this automation movement, and we see that you basically can have a system where people are basically paying themselves and it's way more resource effective because it doesn't need super many humans involved. It works easy, code is easier to copy. It is it's just a more clever system. So we in the graphene blockchain industry, we can sort of see that this is not going away. We can see the massive value, and that's why we have massive buy-in to all of these things. And it's just that when you look at the short-term perspective, that it seems like things are stagnating and all that, but it's really not. It's just that adoption rate, it takes a longer time. But we know this stuff is solid. We know it's not going away. And yeah, humans really is going to have to explore other dimensions of life and other dimensions of intelligence. We really cannot compete against machines. Like, we really can't. They're too superior. They process things so fast. And as I said in the past, I think they both are going to do the auto curation system. That's going to be more automated. And I also think that we're going to have these machines that can also produce original content. So they can basically take a lot of data and organize it in a nice way. They can even make 3D videos of someone talking. They can make text, they can make songs, they can play games, they can do all these things. And the more humans basically live most of their life with these, looking at these screens, basically, the more you can really create an artificial world for that. And right now it's very 2D, but in the near future it's going to be all 3D. And I already experienced that with the HTC Vive, which is a virtual reality headset, and now they had the Vive Pro. Samsung's coming out with their own virtual reality headset, and it's a little bit expensive right now, around 500 euros, but eventually this is going to go down in price until it is basically free to have experiences where you don't have to travel to experience something that you want to experience, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this will go, how all this will develop. But I am looking forward to it. It is an interesting time to be alive, but I don't see people doing physical jobs basically in the future. It's just I don't really see it. Like, where would a human basically be needed in a physical job, or where they actually using their strength of their body, and or where would a human be needed when they're using their intellect to do stuff on their smartphone or computer? I really do not see it. But humans, they can explore other dimensions. They can explore willingness, involvement, focus, intensity, experience, a deeper experience of life. All these stuff that we really haven't looked at so much because we've been so busy doing these other things. But the world is changing. The world is changing, and the future is soon here. Yeah. Have a great day. Steam blockchain. Bye bye.